It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a day or two dissecting each game. And Kevin, that data is used for evaluating, training, and communication with the teams.
Isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating, fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the guard position. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Morris outside. Leonard on the wing, covered by Barnes. Offensive rebound, Zubac. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Herter. Pass to Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Morris against Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Fox. Morris with the rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that one, good.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
And he makes that one.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Jackson against Fox. The three from George. Drops in the tray.
Just deadly from outside. PG getting some space. Does not hesitate there.
Fox passes to Sabonis. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Herter kicks to Fox. Over in the corner, Barnes. Shoots over Leonard. Barnes can't get it to go. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Jackson trying to break free. And Leonard gets it to go. Well, we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But, Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an all-star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
Here's Fox. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Morris with the bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Fox passes to Murray. Here's Sabonis. They need this. They shot off that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
And prior to playing in college, Sabonis played professionally in Spain.
That's such a head scratcher to me. I mean, 16 years old. I mean, here you'd be getting your license. There, Sabonis was playing in professional leagues against grown men. So that experience certainly has helped him both in college and for sure being a pro now. That's a nice floater. I mean, a la Mike Conley. If De'Aaron Fox can establish that float game, tough to stop.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. I know one thing the Kings wanted to focus on this season, and Brent, that was defense.
Well, they're a team that's been at the bottom of the league on the defensive ratings for quite some time. And one way to remain competitive is to bring your defensive intensity on a nightly basis. It's going to be a point of emphasis for this new coaching staff to get these guys on board.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Now, here's Monk. His last outing with 20 points. Just 5 on the clock. Mitchell kicks to Lyles. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers leading by 9. Left side, Wall. Rebound by the Kings. 1:16 left in the first quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Batum inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Lyles.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Sacramento again missing. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Mann. And the Clippers miss again. The Kings trail by 9. Davis, the pass to Monk. A three-pointer off the mark. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Wall, top of the key. And Wall with the slam.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Fires from 14. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, coaches from the sideline screaming, get a body on Rashawn Holmes, why don't you?
All taking his time here. No good on the last second attempt there. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 9. And we'll be back with you right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
The Kings trail by 9. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Okpala. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
And stolen by Murray. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Kings have made a lot of moves to shake up their roster. De'Aaron Fox says, I think the mood is definitely better. It's like a breath of fresh air. Getting a feel for each other and seeing the chemistry come to fruition is huge. Success isn't always immediate with trades and signings, so we look toward the future. Kevin, back to you.
That's all they can do. Okay, thanks, D.A.
And good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
Pass to Herter. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. The pass to Fox. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Well, Fox with the eyes and ears up that time. Good vision to facilitate.
Back in 2020, De'Aaron Fox signing a massive extension, Greg. 5 years and $163 million.
Yeah, and Kevin, every NBA hopeful wants that second contract. Credit to De'Aaron for working his tail off and earning every penny of that deal.
That's a clever play by Reggie Jackson, just knowing when to maneuver himself into the D and draw the foul. In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Finals.
No good on that one. Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
The Kings trail by 9. Fox feeling it out a bit. Here's Barnes. Good work defensively by Morris. And Los Angeles guys shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Jackson kicks to Morris. Here's George, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
The Clippers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
First one falls for him. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will. And the Kings look a whole lot different now than they did for most of the 21-22 season. And they were changes that had to be made.
And they get it back, and the shot goes down.
Maybe the length helping out Harrison Barnes that time to collect.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Outside Leonard. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Sabonis with the steal. Barnes passes to Fox. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Fox has got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now when a team suffers a playoff drought like the Kings have, Greg, you can expect some major moves.
And you just hope they can find some stability, Kevin, moving forward. This is a team that's gone through 12 head coaches since the last time they made the playoffs.
Here's Fox after the basket by Los Angeles. Outside, Sabonis. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Kennard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher there. That was a case where every single thing that could have gone wrong for them, oh, it showed up.
Pass to Monk. Back to Fox. On the wing, Monk. Pass to Davis. Here's Holmes. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 7 rebounds in the game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Now, here's George. Over Monk. Here's Zubats. Got it. Good job in the low post. Zubats has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Norman Powell comes in for George. And John Wall subbed in for Jackson. And then for Sacramento, Lyles checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Mitchell in for De'Aaron Fox. Now, here's Mitchell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Monk. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
There's a quiet confidence that Monk seems to play with. You can see he just feels like nobody can guard him. The kid just plays with an edge.
And the first one at the line is good. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Zubats kicks to Wall. Powell inside. Monk defending. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Nice move by Norman Powell down there, finding a way around the defense.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Lyles against Batum. Lyles passes to Mitchell. And that one, good. Mitchell's got his first 2 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Wall. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 13.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Kings have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Monk finds Davis. Got a piece of it. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second basket.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Here's Mitchell. It's John Wall with the rebound. There's the pass to Zubac. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Zubac has got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Los Angeles on top, leading by 17. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue, good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. When we make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was all about the Clippers as the game got going. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run at the start. Looking at the scoring breakdown, they ended up going wire to wire in the first quarter, never once giving up their lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks, and of course they're knocking down shots. I mean, that's the point of the game, isn't it? Shaq, right? That's the point.
Obviously.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
The shooting percentage they allow was through the roof. Their coach should absolutely be ripping into the defensive effort. They need to take some pride on the other end. Just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. The Kings trail by 17. Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter, and it's Barnes, and at the 3, the small forward.
Known for being a scorer, Herter is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
Jackson with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Outside for George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Barnes, and he makes good on the layup.
Using every bit of muscle he's got on that one. What can I say? Harrison Barnes likes to get in and attack.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Morris. Again, the Clippers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
When it comes to teams that have struggled in recent years, the Kings come to mind. And those recent years actually extend out a lot longer than anyone wants to admit. It's just been one tough season after another.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Clippers leading by 18. Jackson with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. George looking around. They get it again, and Covington stays with it. And the Clippers lead by 20.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Herter kicks to Fox. Back to Herter. On the wing, Barnes. He's covered by Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 14. Herter, no good. And through the Kings' struggles, Brent, they've had many good players. But it's hard to believe they haven't reached the playoffs since 2006.
Yeah, it's really a head scratcher, Kevin. And you can see that they're hungry. They want to get back to the postseason, but they just need some continuity. They need some guys to really pull together. And in order for all of that to happen, they got to establish an identity. And under this new coach, maybe that will happen.
That's good from George.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Now, here's Fox. He has 6. Here's Sabonis. Sacramento again missing.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Domantas Sabonis is one of the best passing big men in the league. He said, sharing the ball is contagious. Everyone feels confident and knows they'll get touches, which makes the game fun. And that can build chemistry on a young team. Kevin?
And David, we know how important that is. And we thank you for your report. And so here's Sacramento. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Herter. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Fox passes to Murray. And it's off the back rim, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Kicks it out to Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
That free throw good from Leonard. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. And you could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Mann comes in for Morris. Norman Powell's checked in for George. And John Wall subbed in for Jackson. The Kings have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Passes it to Mitchell. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Now, here's Monk. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And one of the more underrated elements of his game. This is a guy that's always in control. Love seeing him finish even with the contact.
Here's Mann. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Batum. Hands it from downtown. Batum's got 5 points so far.
Batum getting the ball and just really relaxing on that, Jay.
Wall against Mitchell. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. On the wing, Mitchell. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Inside, we've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. The Kings also at the sub. Akpala's checked in. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, here's Monk, guarded by Powell. Here's Holmes. That one falls. Holmes got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I love the edge that Rashawn is playing with right now. It's what helps him capitalize through contact.
Wall against Mitchell. And Wall kicks to Powell. Back to Wall. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Track it, all right? Nah, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Well, staying focused on the task at hand. You heard it in Coach Lue's voice, urging his guys on.
All about focus and how you execute at this point. Tough to beat.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Then there's Jackson, then it's Paul George, and it's Mann in at the two-guard spot. And another great look at the 2K drive.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Barnes can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Jackson passes to Mann. Zubac trying to break loose. Mann can't hit. And for Sacramento, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Fox, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. To the middle. Here's George. Goes back up. And it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Barnes. Back to Herter. The NBA announced its 75th anniversary team last year, Brent, with a lot of fanfare attached to it. What'd you think of the list?
I thought the list was pretty good. You can always argue a few guys should have been on it, and it's probably a tough pill to swallow for current guys who have had tremendous careers to this point. Guys who have played 8 or 9 years that didn't maybe make this particular list. I'll tell you this, Kevin. In 25 years, there'll be another list.
And here's George for three. It's good from long range.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Barnes outside. Outside, Sabonis. Outside, Fox. Over Jackson. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. LA's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. George against Barnes. Fades away. And it's George again missing. The Kings have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway.
And Barnes, one of those guys that every team would love to have. He just has a workmanlike attitude.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
That's good from Barnes. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Akpala's checked in, and it's Mitchell in for De'Aaron Fox. Herter passes to Len. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Robert Covington picks one up. Over the last few seasons, the Kings have been near the bottom of the defensive rating. And, GA, that is a problem.
Yeah, I think they've tried to address that a little in the draft, taking Davion Mitchell back in 21, but it's been a consistent issue in Sacramento.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Here's Boston. Clock at 6. Covington. And Covington stays with it.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Wiles against Covington. In the corner, it's Monk. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Starting in 2021, referees were instructed to not reward players making overt, abrupt, or abnormal non-basketball moves. Brent, what'd you think of that?
Well, there are some guys who play abnormally, Kevin, so what are you going to do about those guys? No, I'm kidding. I think it's a great thing for shooters to try to gain some sort of advantage. With how much advantage offensive players already have, it was getting a little bit out of control.
Medu, he's checked in for Sacramento. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Kennard, the pass to Boston. Here's Zubac, tries again, and he lays it up and in.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Now, here's Monk. Pass to Mitchell. And the rejection by Zubac.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season. Here's Boston after the Kings pick up 2. To the paint. Up and in on the layup.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And here are the Kings now after the Clippers pick up 2. And the shot goes in.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And that one's good, Boston.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Okpala. Here's Monk. It's hauled in by Zubats. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Boston. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
Well, we did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.